What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I wanted to share a crazy fan-made game with you guys called Star Wars Redemption. This game is absolutely ridiculous considering it is made by only one person, that being Etienne Bichette, and apologies if I mispronounced that. And this game is literally of the same quality of many legitimate games that I've played in my time, so it's just awesome to see how much love was put into the game, especially considering it is a Star Wars game as well. Now, at least as of right now, it is essentially just a demo. Obviously, a game of this scale being made by one person would take a hell of a lot of time to make, and so the current build which you guys are seeing in the background is still a very early build of the game. The main character of the game is Mevin Lumsodran, and she is obviously a Jedi, yet she actually wears this awesome clone armor in the game, and personally I love that concept of a Jedi that actually wears clone armor. Obviously in the Clone Wars most of the Jedi wore that sort of partial clone armor where it was just like a breastplate and shoulder armor, but to see a Jedi in full clone armor is pretty awesome, and I must say the concept for the character is amazing. Now, not only does she wear clone armor, but she also actually wields her lightsabers with the Force rather than actually holding them. She's clearly too much of a badass that she doesn't even bother using her hands, and that's yet another concept that I find to be pretty awesome. Inside of the demo you can actually change her lightsaber colors as well, pretty much having every color you could think of, and then on top of that you can even change the paint on her armor as well, with a few different variants of her own clone battalion, which is I believe the 414th clone battalion, and then you can even just make her a shiny as well. The cherry on top is that you can even remove her helmet as well, and all of these options can just be done on the fly, meaning there's no annoying menus or anything like that, so I thought that was a really neat touch. The attention to detail overall in this game is just ridiculous. I even noticed that just holding the parry, her lightsabers continuously rotate as she's wielding them with the Force, which is the type of thing that really doesn't need to be added in and would no doubt take a lot of time to just make that work, and yet they added it in anyway just to add to the quality of life. Even the animations in general are just awesome. When you're looking at Mevin without her helmet, her face is even animated, and she even has a different haircut for each outfit too. The list just goes on and on when it comes to the detail, and the more that I played the game, the more I realized just how much love must have gone into it. On the home screen too, there's even a bonus option, and when you click on that it has a little sort of art book type of thing that shows off Mevin's lightsaber and all the different components of it, even just the detail of the little notes and sketches and stuff. It's just crazy to me that this is a fan-made game, and the more you look into the game, the more blown away you'll be. Now, there are 5 different maps in this current build of the game, with those being the Training Room, Lumberia Temple, Lumberia Ruins, Geonosis Canyon, and Coruscant Space, and all of these maps are just so detailed and so in line with everything that we see in Star Wars. They really do feel like the type of thing that you would just see in the Clone Wars. The overall art style of the game does feel very Clone Warsy. All of the clones in game legitimately look like they're from the Clone Wars TV show, and I absolutely love that. I've been saying for years that it would be so awesome to get a video game that just looks identical to the Clone Wars in that sort of cartoony animated style, and although it is just a fan-made game, Star Wars Redemption does not disappoint in that area. Now, you might be asking, what can you actually do in this game? Is there a storyline? Is there any combat? What even is this game? Well, unfortunately in this build of the game there isn't actually any combat just yet, as it wasn't quite up to scratch for where Etienne wanted it to be, so they've just decided to remove it for now, and so really the only thing to do in this current build of the game is to essentially just explore the maps. Luckily there is actually an objective though, so it's not like you just walk aimlessly around the map. Up in the top left you can see that little sort of blue wisty looking icon with some numbers, and those are essentially collectibles on each map, giving you the objective of searching for all of them within each map. Depending on the map there are different amounts to collect, but regardless of which map you're on, they all spread out across the map in a way that kind of allows you to reach every little area and fully explore the map. So even though there's really not that much to do just yet, I found myself actually going through each map and trying to find every single one, just because I didn't want to leave any stone unturned. So despite the lack of a storyline or combat or anything like that for right now, I was still actually pretty hooked on the game. Like I said, these maps are just so well made that it is actually just a lot of fun to traverse around the map and look for all of the wisties, and I must say that the map design is really well done. There's a ton of little jump spots, and it really is just like a platformer in a way, forcing you to sort of hit those hard to reach jump spots in order to collect all of the wisties on the map. I don't know how many of you guys have played Spyro. It was probably a little bit before your time, although they did remaster it, so obviously a lot of you would have seen it, but this game really does remind me a lot of Spyro, or even a game like Rayman way back in the day, kind of that third-person platformer type of game, and even to an extent the art style is pretty similar too. Now, like I said, this is just a demo of the game, and it's obviously lacking a ton of features for right now, but I absolutely will be making more content on this game as it receives updates. Personally, this is one of the coolest things that I have ever seen, and that is not an overstatement. The fact that this is a fan-made game is just completely mind-blowing to me, and so like I said, as it receives updates, I will be sure to make some more videos on on it in the future. I'm going to leave a link to their ArtStation down in the description where you guys can actually go and download the game for yourselves and give it a try. Keep in mind it is only for PC, and you guys do need a pretty beefy PC because it is of such a high quality. But regardless of whether you guys can play it or not, let me know your thoughts on the game down in the comments, because I'm sure some of you are going to be just as blown away as I am, and so I'm pretty keen to see some of your reactions. That is going to do it for this one though, guys. As always, a massive thank you to my channel members and my patrons for the continued support. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel as well, then be sure to check out the Patreon page that is linked down in the description. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to leave a like down below, and if you are new, then consider subscribing to the channel with those notifications on. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Crush them! Make them suffer!